All right, friends, as promised, the video you've been waiting for, we are going to take a look at and try to answer the question that is on everyone's mind in 2012 as we watch Bible prophecy unfold at a rapid pace. Is the Antichrist alive today? And is he about to make a grand entrance on the world stage? And that's what we're going to take a look at today. I want to make a disclaimer first. I am not going to proclaim that the person I present to you is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the Antichrist. I'm going to give you the information. I want you to make it educated and come to a very educated and informed conclusion for yourself and decision. I'm going to have to do this in two parts. I'm going to do this quickly. Reason being, part two, I'm going to need to use the program Screencast-O-Matic, where I can put photos side by side so you can make a comparison. You'll find out that this is going to be very much needed, and that's why we're going to do two parts. A lot of prime candidates for the Antichrist on the world stage today. Let's look at a few of them. Maitreya. If you're not familiar with Maitreya, just Google in Maitreya. YouTube has a lot of videos on this person. Possible candidate for Antichrist. Prime candidate, Prince Williams. Comes from a royal family, long royal bloodline, ties to the Illuminati, conspiracy surrounding ties to the occult as well, and the royal family even drinking human blood. We're going to take a look at his mother's untimely death, Princess Diana. Many believe she was used just for breeding purposes, to bring Prince Williams on the scene so he can emerge on the scene as the Antichrist. There was a movie quite a few years ago. Find it, watch it. It may help a lot coming to your decision on Prince Williams as the Antichrist. It's called Rosemary's Baby. Make sure you watch that. It's very hard to watch, but might answer a few questions there. Now, also we got to look at where she died, the location, in that tunnel on the 33rd parallel. Everything is really, he looks like a prime candidate. Now we have to take a look at, and we can't neglect the Pope. He's up in years, his health is failing, and there was talk that in April, this month, on the 15th, he was going to retire. He has not done so yet, but we can't discount the prophecy of St. Malachi regarding the last Pope, and a lot of us are kind of now wondering, kind of getting an idea who this last Pope might be. Now, are they the Antichrist? Are they the false prophet? Or are they in Islam, are they the Messiah that they've been waiting for? I'm going to focus my attention on another prime candidate, and this is who I'm going to put my attention on. Again, disclaimer, I'm not saying this person is the Antichrist. The President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama, fits the bill perfectly. He came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere. You don't have to be big into politics or follow politics. And the candidates during a presidential election. But you know who they are. You've heard their name floating around in the media. They're not unfamiliar to you. Obama came out of nowhere. No one really, and he sprung on the scene. No one knew who he was. Do we know where he was born? Was he born in the United States? Was he born in Hawaii? Was he born in Kenya? What is his real name? Is it Barack Hussein Obama? Barry Sorato? What is his name? It has been proven over and over again, time and time again, the birth certificate is a fraud. The sheriff in Arizona put together a task force and proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that a crime was indeed committed, a federal offense, fraud. Look back, like I mentioned before, look back to the Watergate scandal with Richard Nixon. They went after him for a lot less to impeach him. They were going to put him in prison. Obama seems untouchable. He can do whatever he wants, just make up bills, doesn't he? Avoid Congress altogether. It seems like no one has power over this man. He's a great speaker. He has all the attributes of what the Antichrist would have. And plus, we don't know who he is. We don't even know his real identity. He's, that I know of, 5 times used fake Social Security numbers, real numbers, but they belong to people that had died, and nothing is being done. He's not being investigated, and they're backing off on him. I've just been thinking. My wife has really been for a long time. A long time, leaning and her family on Prince Williams. But after I presented this information to her,
you got mail.
I got mail. As she's seen it come out, she's leaning now, looking at Barack Obama. So let me present some information to you. I want to remind you what happened on the anniversary, 1 year anniversary. Not the 1 year anniversary, the anniversary of the terror attacks 9/11. Take a listen.
Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. Therefore, we will not fear. Even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling, there's a river whose stream shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. Be still and know that I am God.
Now that's Barack Hussein Obama. I want you to take a mental note, or if you got a pen and paper, the second part of his name, Hussein. It's going to play an important part in this video, in the information I'm about to bring you. It's been a long time for me to decide whether to do this video or not. I've been in prayer about it, and I am going to be honest, I don't feel moved by the Holy Spirit to do it. I just think I'm going to present it as information, and you can come to your own decision on this. We don't know who the man is. There he was, saying the words, proclaiming that he is God. Now, I have been leaning, and I'm not going to say it's from the Holy Spirit. I believe it is. But for some reason, I have been drawn to Jordan, the Middle East and Jordan, and I don't know why. I've been trying, because I've been looking at Obama as a prime candidate for the Antichrist. But what is the connection with Jordan? And it's not a word from God. I didn't have a vision or a dream about it, but I just knew. I feel moved. There's something about Jordan in the Middle East. And how could this have anything to do with Obama? Then I'm wondering, the Antichrist is going to come from the Roman Empire. But then, so I started putting my thoughts together. Look at the time of Jesus and the disciples. It was under the Roman Empire, the rule, the tax. Jesus said, give to Caesar what is due Caesar. The strong Roman influence in the Middle East in Jesus' time. And I still couldn't put a finger on the connection with Jordan. Especially, why Jordan? Why not Israel? Why not Iran? Why Jordan? And I just didn't know what the connection was. Then I get an email, or a personal message rather, from a viewer of mine that told me they got a strong feeling. I need to be looking in Jordan for the Antichrist to emerge out of Jordan and to look at King Hussein and that family, that bloodline. And I'm thinking, that's odd, King Hussein from Jordan. Then I watch Brother Patrick, his YouTube channel is Nearer to Christ 2. And he tells a story of a reoccurring dream that he has once a month, once a week, and he's had it for some time, where God is telling him Jordan, showing him Jordan, and showing a saber, like the emblem over there for Islam, the Muslims, a saber falling. And it usually means judgment. And he's wondering, is the Antichrist coming out of there? Now, someone left a comment on there, and this is what led me here. Everything is starting to fall in place for me, but it gets even better than this. I get an email from a viewer, and let me read part of this to you. So bear with me for a moment. You're going to be, just hold on, you're going to be surprised. But you need to make draw your own conclusion. Now I got this. I'm trying to put the puzzle. What is Barack Obama, Hussein Obama, got to do with H.M. King Hussein that passed away in 1999? Then I'm looking at the name Hussein. Is that a connection? So I get this email. Dear Pastor Dave, I believe that the Lord may have revealed something to me. She had no idea, I don't believe, that I'm even looking towards Jordon. He does that sometimes, but then it's usually very private. And I hope she doesn't mind that I'm reading this, but I think it needs to be read. It needs to come out. A few years ago, I was researching the Club of Rome, talking about the Roman Empire and the ties to Jordon. How can it be tied to the Roman Empire? She was researching the Club of Rome. They are the power over the Illuminati, kings, Vatican, the Bilderbergers. By the way, the Bilderberg Hotel is in my home country where I was born and raised. Burger means inhabitant. When I was researching, I came upon R.H. Prince L. Hassan of Jordan, who at one time was head of the Club of Rome. So we got a connection with Rome now. But what has this got to do with Barack Obama? You're going to be shocked. After reading about him, it occurred to me that he might be the Antichrist. He's in his 60s. I thought the Antichrist is a prince from the Middle East, and he fit the bill. I did not worry about it or anything. Her husband was dying at the time. So she just kind of let it, put it in the back of her mind. Now, everybody is speculating who the Antichrist is. I was watching Near to Christ 2's video, Brother Patrick, and he was talking about a reoccurring dream that he had and had not figured it out yet because he was led by the Lord to the royal family in Jordan and thought it could not be King Abdul. That made me think, and I did some research on YouTube on the Club of Rome and Prince El Nassan, the brother of the late king, and wanted to know more about the royal family. I made a few comments to Near to Christ about it, and she did. She left some comments on there. I don't remember if I did or not. I know that nothing about Obama is true, as I've stated. His birth certificate, etc. Now, I believe that the story about his father could also be a lie. I went to a video of family pictures. I'm going to end it right there because we're going to come back. I'm going to have to come back tomorrow or this weekend to conclude this. Is there a connection? We don't know really where Obama was really born. Was he born in USA? Was he born in Hawaii and Kenya? We're going to look at a connection that is going to leave you pretty much with your mouth hanging, your jaw dropped to the floor. That just might possibly tie him in with King Hussein of Jordan. You got to remember, King Hussein of Jordan passed away. I believe it was 1999. He had that we know of 11 children that we know of. He's been married several times. I guess he liked the women. And he's had 4 sons and daughters that we know of. Now, his bloodline goes back, all the way back to Muhammad. Stay tuned for part 2. Leave me comments so far. You don't want to miss part 2. I'm going to try. I got to go to work right now. I'm going to try to get it tomorrow. I might have to spend the whole day tomorrow not bringing news. Do you want me to do that? And bring you part 2 and the Jordan connection with Obama. Leave me comments.